I've been a long-haul delivery driver for 7 years. You learn a lot on the road, about silence, about solitude, about how easy it is to forget you're still part of the world when it's just you, a humming engine, and a ribbon of asphalt slicing through the dark. It was late November, and the weather had just started to turn. The kind of cold that feels wet, like the fog itself was soaking through your clothes and into your bones. I was running a load from Eugene to Baker City, taking Route 20 straight through the Cascades. It's a desolate stretch of road, even during the day, but at night, it's something else. Black pines on either side like towering walls, their tops vanishing into thick, rolling fog. No lights, no towns, just nature, old and indifferent. It was around 2 a.m. I hadn't seen another car in over 40 minutes. Then I saw him. Just ahead, where the beams of my headlights barely touched the mist, there was a man standing by the shoulder. The kind you almost miss until he's right in front of you. He wore a long, brown coat, heavy looking, the fabric wet and clinging to his arms. He had a hood up, but I could see the glint of his eyes. A cardboard sign dangled from his hand. It simply read, East. I slowed down, rolled the window down halfway. "You alright, man?" I called. He smiled. It was a tired, grateful smile. "Yeah, just trying to get to Pendleton. My ride bailed near Bend." He didn't seem dangerous, just cold. His voice was soft, polite, and I guess after hours of nothing but static and the squeak of wipers across the glass, I was craving a little company. Against my better judgment, I unlocked the door. "Hop in," I said. He climbed in slowly, like someone used to moving carefully around strangers. His backpack hit the floor with a soft thud. The smell of rain and pine came off him, mixed with something else. Something faint and metallic, like old pennies, but I didn't think much of it. "My name's Don," he said, extending a hand. "Mark," I replied, shaking it. The heater was blasting, and for the first few miles we just listened to the hum of the road and the faint twang of a country station bleeding through the static. He didn't talk much, just sat there with his hands in his lap, eyes watching the trees blur past. He asked a few polite questions, how long I'd been driving, if I ever got tired of the road, if I always kept my doors unlocked out here. That one made me chuckle. I explained I usually keep them unlocked, against my better judgment. "Brave," he said. "Braver than most." Looking back, this is where things began to change. After a brief pause, he continued. He smiled again, slow and measured. "You've got good instincts though, I can tell." I didn't know what he meant by that. It sat weird in my chest, that kind of feeling when you pretend to laugh at a joke that you don't quite understand. The road began to climb into the pass, winding tight through thick forest. Visibility dropped to a few yards. The fog got thicker, clinging to the windshield like fingers. This, at the time, was when I noticed a change. First, it was his posture. He stopped sitting like a passenger and started sitting like a presence. Back straight, hands no longer on his lap. One rested on the door handle, the other just above his coat pocket. And then came the questions. "You ever kill a man, Mark?" It was so casual, I thought I misheard him. "Excuse me?" I said, "Have you ever killed a man?" He repeated it like it was small talk. I forced a laugh. "No, I can't say I have." He said. "Most people haven't, but I think about it a lot. Not just doing it, just how fragile people are. It only takes a second, 1 second to step over a line you can't come back from." I didn't respond. "Sometimes," he continued, "I wonder what I'd do if the person driving just never stopped, just kept going past the exit, just kept driving until we ran out of gas. Wouldn't that be something?" I could feel the pulse in my neck. I turned the music up slightly. He turned it back down with 2 fingers. I liked the quiet better. I kept my eyes on the road. The only light now was from my headlights, stabbing into the white fog like searchlights in a war zone. Every so often, a tree branch would loom out of the dark, reaching across the road like it was trying to grab us. "You know," Don said more softly now, "I wasn't lying about my ride bailing. That happened, but I didn't tell you everything." I got an instantly bad feeling about what was to come next. I mustered up some courage. I didn't want to seem scared, and said, "Yeah?" He nodded slowly. "He picked me up, same as you. Only he didn't ask questions. Just let me in." There was a long pause, one of those pauses that seems like it's forever, but in reality only a few seconds. He continued, "I didn't like the way he looked at me, so I stopped him from looking." Don looked at me then, really looked. His hood had slipped back, revealing a long scar that ran along the side of his head, disappearing into his hairline. His eyes were dark, too dark, and they didn't blink often. "You're different though," he said. You're careful. What happened to that guy? I asked, voice barely steady. Don smiled. He's not around anymore. That was it. I spotted a turnout up ahead, a gravel pull-off used by logging trucks. I made a split-second decision. As calmly as I could, I said, "Hey man, I need to check something in the back. Truck's been acting up." "Sure," he said. "I'll wait here." I put the truck in park, stepped out, and walked around back. But I didn't check anything. I ran straight into the woods. The instant my boots hit the tree line, I heard the door slam behind me, then footsteps, fast, crunching gravel and breaking branches. I ran harder than I've ever run in my life, slipping on mossy rocks, thorns cutting into my arms. His voice echoed behind me, still calm, still polite. "You're smart, Mark, but not smart enough." I don't know how I got away. Maybe he slipped, maybe he stopped chasing. All I know is, after what felt like forever, I found an old trail and followed it. Eventually, I came out near a campground, empty this time of year, but there was a maintenance shed. I broke in, called 911 from the landline. When the police got there, they found my truck. Engine still warm, no sign of Don, just the smell of rain, and a brown coat folded neatly in the passenger seat. Inside the coat pocket, a hunting knife, and a driver's license. But not mine, not Don's either. Someone else's. A man reported missing 2 nights earlier. Now I drive day routes only, and I never, ever stop for hitchhikers.